Yes. I'm a big fan of fatties in MTG. However, I tend to excel more when I play with either red or black mechanics. So I tend to end up with too many colors having to juggle through because of my mixture of love of different gameplay and flavor, and it all goes nowhere. No, that's a pretty good movie. That's a good job having that as a favorite movie. Drive an Echo. It's red. You mentioned that in DA before I stopped going on DA, haven't you? I never really understood what exactly you needed from me, considering you made it sound like I need to do a lot of work. Yes. Wish I hadn't, like, answered all of these, because you sound really, like, enthusiastic about this. But, you know, kind of answered all of these, so, have a hello. Probably ASMT or one of the Vicks, although I'd be curious to retry Mario Gives Up. Maybe one day, just not in the near future. Video game. Again, it's ASMT and New Yoshi World, Yoshi. Love Boston cream donuts. Far recesses of my memory. 6 packs of cheese. Took it from my essay name. And these jams get released way too fast. The reason why the SMWC contests work is because they don't come around very often. Probably won't do Jam 7 because it feels like I just did Jam 6, to be perfectly honest. Asking myself the very same thing right now. I'm getting tired. I've gotten that same feeling when I played a game for too long, and I think you guys are going to be able to tell by now. I studied fine arts, graphic design, and I got a couple of years in education. Ever? Okay, just about anything on the wrong side of Aero games to start with. One day when Mario 3 kinda glitched completely and was kinda like froze on this weird glitchy screen. I was a kid, I was like, oh my god, my game is haunted, and I was afraid. Tails Gets Trolled is pretty much the only webcomic I read, and is the only one you pretty much need to read. You would. Yes. One day I'd like to, it's just not in my crosshairs right now. I think I'd be more akin to do a SMBX game than a ROM hack though, just to see the difference, but it's nothing I'm promising or anything. I don't see, I could do serious commentaries, but it's rare that I stay serious, and you can make something, educational while still having a little bit of silliness, so it's kind of a weird thing to answer. I think Neo Kaizo hacks are pretty good, are something I love to watch, it's just not something I would play. Tassing are pretty awesome, same thing, tasks can be amazing to see. Whatever play game use doubtful, unless it's a really unreasonable game, in which case I wonder why I'd start to play it. And it's set to private because I was using a song in it during a montage, and yeah. I was in the school band for a few years, and then I moved. End of story there. Not sure I understand your question there, but yeah, like, thing with requests is I have so many that by default, I don't really accept any because I have no idea when I'll get to them. This may sound silly, but think about it. No heart. Take his concept, but put him in a context where he could actually do something. Think about it. Well, yeah, there's videos that are meant for the production of A2MT that are unlisted because they're not interesting for the public at large. The themes are preconceived, and some of them are just kind of start with a happy accident and I go on with them. There's not really a set answer there. TSRPR2, PS2R rather, I don't know. Maybe? But really it's the same gameplay, isn't it? I didn't follow the production of that, so I don't know what has changed other than music and graphic. But if it's just music and graphic, it's like, it's music and graphic, you know? They look exactly like you, but at 4 AM. Not really. I have no idea who either of these guys are. Be careful when using a heavy style in art so that you don't forget how to draw normally. I've had a huge crisis of art because of that. Soon before my whole DA hiatus, and I still haven't really recovered from that. Numbers are pretty neat to watch, though. I'll agree there. Desktop computer, blue, Samuel Tanguy. Although I'm kind of tired of the whole Cat Panic thing. Well, I was tired for a bit, but now it's been so long ago that I'm not really tired of it anymore. And I still think that, you know, the better YTPMVs are pretty neat. I just think they're super creative, and it's neat. Results are okay. What food makes me sad? I don't think I have any food that makes me sad. Barbecue! Play simpler games like Binding of Isaac and, you know, symphonies, things like that. You know, more arcadey sort of things, more actiony sort of things, and destroy the world many times, but, you know, that's why we got planetary insurance. Surprisingly enough, I never really thought about traveling, because it's just never really something that was an option for me. So, it seems kind of boring answer, but it's like, if I have the chance to go somewhere, I'd go, but I can't say I'd have a preferred destination. The hell's a Toho? Oh, Toho! I get it. Pop! No, man, just because you do a thing doesn't mean you know how to teach it, and vice versa. I'm not very good with giving instructions. You are well aware of this. Especially something as complex as translating, especially since for most of it, it's just something I've internalized, not something I fully comprehend. I have. No, I think we should leave trees as is. Return, I don't need to say an actual answer. I like a lot of Retsupre's work, and I do enjoy their videos. And, stomach, here, I would wear 3 identical hats, just little tux, no winter hats, with a little ball on the end, and it would have different colors. If you want just the pure literal answer to this, I guess that'd be Persona 4 Arena. It was told to me in a dream. A lot of fun with Guild Wars 1 with AOD, but I think I enjoyed it more for the social aspect. So would I be getting the second one? Probably, just so I can play it with AOD, really. I haven't really followed it, although from what I heard, I don't know if I like the sound of the changes, but at the same time, I know, you know, not to knock it till I try it. So, I guess I'll see then. Oh, never played Yu-Gi-Oh, so I can't really answer any of this. I live in a 4-room-and-a-half apartment, and it's lots of paintings everywhere, not just mine, but the other person's too. Everywhere. And, floor is made of wood. He has a piece of his stomach removed in an operation when he was really little. Don't really mind them, but you really don't want any in your soup. Yup. Like heavily edited blind runs that, you know, is not afraid to showcase deaths. However, I tend to avoid wacky style commentary because usually they get annoying more than anything. I am using a SONCM SM300 desk microphone. And no, it wasn't inspiration, it was really pure mechanical reasons. It is all robots. It's all clockwork. Nope. Don't take it the wrong way, but I have absolutely zero recollection of why I'd be angry at you in particular. Considering Duck.2 is an extension of me, I think it's best not to. I really like New Way's song, to be perfectly honest. Also, that one song, I think it's the stage music that's all crazy, and is it in UFO or in the last one? That's all different. You know exactly what I'm saying. Also, it's a host theme. It's just a thing you gotta do. Because enough for the thing to be well drenched, but you don't want to flood it. You still want to have the original flavor. Not yet, and not for now. The ever-present dread of the future. Don't know if I'll ever consider it in the future. All I know is that for now I don't have any interest. Surprisingly, like, the thing with quotes, best or not, is that they are very rarely, how best I could say this, permanent? I tend to cycle through the things I like to say, and a lot of them really, you know, after a point they become obsolete because I don't really say them anymore. You wouldn't want to have dated fashion wear down, would you? Isn't it something like Yopel Gambler? Something like that? Crazy foreigner? Wow, are people thinking HMT is dead? Although I guess I couldn't blame you considering there was some pretty harsh radio silence going on for a while. Oh, and PPR is a very mysterious guy. You can never predict when he's gonna sing or not. Who's Tokiko? Is it the one with the hat? Already did that one Bramble level of SM production. Just too loud. You gotta protect your ears. Oh, my favorite question is that one question that I probably had to answer like 10 times. Nope, it's purely, she was purely born out of necessities of trying something new. I know it's not the sort of answer people like, but them's the breaks. It's a little mixture of both, really. I find that 2D games are less afraid of just flat out admitting that they are video games. I'm not that big into the whole immersion thing. But that's just me. I know, to me a game is a game. Don't try to be something that you're not. Something I was kind of exaggerating during LPing, although I still always found that Yoshi was kind of overpowered in his original context. Yeah, Asterix shot. Asterix is a pretty good answer there. Well, we gotta make their money somehow. Rimshot? Honestly, there's someone somewhere out there that's, you know, doing this, honestly believing they're doing it for the best. Whether it's right or not, that's a completely different question. I love Giant Bomb. What's important is the sense of progress and the sense that it is an achievable goal. Games that feel unreasonable are those that just feel like you have a wall in front of you and that the game just will not give you a chance. A game that is difficult but fun, you still have this idea that, you still have a chance. You have just an opportunity to see things. You can explore without being punished too harshly. This is kind of why I tend to prefer now shorter, more extreme bits, is because, if you get punished, you don't get sent back too far, which makes a big difference. Sure, Pandora sounds like an extremely bad game to LP, considering all you're doing the whole game is to press things rhythmically, and because you have to pay attention to the rhythm, you kinda don't want to speak. Not gonna lie, I haven't touched the story mode of BlazBlue, Persona 4 Arena, or Soul Calibur 5 at all. I just play the arcane. Video game stories tend to be terrible. Fighting game stories even more so. Let's probably ask me what got me to start into LPing and or how I look like. Love them, but I've never really been into what they do. It affected my life in the sense that, probably if I wasn't LPing, I'd be playing a lot more modern games and playing a lot more games in my own time. However, it's like I can't predict how I would be right now, how I would be feeling right now without this sense of community around me. Another big difference, I'd probably still be drawing more. And now I was basically in this time span where I had to choose where if I want to use my free time here for my Let's Plays or the comic ADXS. I made my choice for now with the thought that eventually I'll be able to handle both. How much happier or not would I be? That I literally cannot answer, though. Chromosomes. There's really not that much to it, however, if you look at things, straightforwardly. You just got to play a game. Either showcase a game that you love or make an earnest effort to play a game. Be selective with what you say. Speak about the game. Make the video about the game. Do not make the video about yourself. Don't be afraid to edit. In fact, it's better to edit too much than to edit not enough. However, you still want to make sure everything is there. Having said that, and just have fun. Like, the tutorial will just be that, but spread on the video for no reason. Huh. Music. No clue, I never met him. Get out of here. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get a new cat, it's just that I'm at a pitless place right now. Oh man! Doing something for a living.